This man does stand up.
Yeah. Let's bring him out.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Jack Kukoda!
So what else? I was on the train the other day, and I can't do this. I have a confession to make. I'm a total fraud. Bear with me. My real name isn't Jack Kukoda. That's just a stage persona I created to be more palatable to New York comedy crowds. And this is even how I normally talk. I hired a voice coach to teach me to talk like this. This is how I normally talk. I'm from the South, alright? And these aren't even my clothes, man. What the fuck is this goofy ass jacket? These aren't my clothes. These ain't my clothes. These are my clothes. Right here. These are my fucking clothes. And my name isn't Jack. It's Rusty, the audio repairman. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Give it up for Rusty. That's my real name. Yeah. All right. Oh man, it feels good to be who I am. All right. Hey, let me ask y'all a quick question. You ever fart so loud that it frightens the dog, and then the dog shits in his pants? Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. America. I'm working on 2 catchphrases. Let's do that and America. Try them both out. I haven't done this as myself, Rusty, in quite a few years. Let me tell you about myself. This is me. This is the real me. My full name is Rusty Buttles, but I go by Rusty the Audio Repairman because it just sounds more professional. It does. It's just a classier way of entertaining people, and that's who I am. Now you probably think to yourselves, hey Rusty the Audio Repairman, if this is the real you, why'd you perform as Jack Kukoda for the last 2 years? What kind of shit is that? Let me tell you something. Don't judge a man till you've walked a mile in his Red Wings. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. USA. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you about myself. I got my start doing comedy down in Texarkana. That's where I'm from. And I was working at Circuit City one day, hanging out in the break room, just farting, because that's what I like to do. I was just ripping off some Rusty Dusties for the other guys in the break room. And one of my friends said, hey, Rusty, you're the funniest farter I ever met, man. You should be a comedian. And dumb old Rusty, I didn't even know what that meant. I thought it was a slang term from a homosexual. You know, so I said, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to be that. And he said, no, man. He told me what a comedian was. You know, I said, let's do that. Let's get all over it. All right. So I went down to a comedy club. People liked me. And I started going all over the country. Started touring all the way from Texarkana to Gainesville, doing the biscuit circuit. Just doing my thing, you know, up in there. And then one day I was headlining down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama at a comedy club called Fritters and Titters. Fritters, that's first corn fritters. Titters, that's just laughter. Y'all know what titters is. I gotta tell you what titters is. Y'all smart, man. You're from New York. And this guy come up to me. He said, hey, Rusty, man, you pretty funny, but if you really want to make it, you gotta go to New York City. So I said, all right, man, let's do that. Let's go to New York City. So I got here, right, and I started looking for comedy shows, you know, and I went to this one. It wasn't even in a comedy club. It was just in like some bar, in the back of a bar with a little stage, right? And there were just these skinny people up on stage talking about their girlfriends and the letter L train, and I was like, what the fuck is this, man? I can do better than this, all right? This is Rusty Buckles. I just fucking headlined at Titters and Fritters, for fucking Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I think I fucking know a thing or two about comedy, right? Let's do that. You know what I mean? All right. So I went up. I said, hey, man, let me get up on stage. I'm a comedian. I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing. And they let me get up on stage, you know. So I got up there and I started off with my best joke. I said, hey, you ever take a dump so big that halfway through it, you realize you left your pants on and then you just shit in your pants? Let's do that. You know what I'm saying, right? That's a fucking good joke. And the people just looked at me, right? Like I was speaking fucking Chinese. I figured, well, they must not have gotten that joke. It probably went over their heads. So I told it again. But this time on the punchline, I made a fart noise like this. Right? That way people know that's the funny part when I make the fart noise. Nothing. They just fucking looked at me. I said, fuck yeah, you don't know what comedy is. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I went and had a drink at the bar. Actually, I had a few drinks. And this guy in a fancy suit come up to me. He said, hey man, you want to make it in New York City? You can't do shitting in your pants jokes. New Yorkers don't want to hear that. Their lives are hectic enough. They got to worry about crime and terrorism. They don't want to worry about shit in their pants. It's too real. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know it. Let's do that. So I said, all right, I'm a professional. I can temper my act for the audience. I know what I'm doing. They said, you can't dress like that. You got to dress nicer. I said, shit, I can do that too. I got nicer audio cables than this. I got a couple of gold-plated ones from the Radio Shack. This is just for weekenders. I can put on nicer audio cables. They said, no audio cables. I said, shit, how the fuck people supposed to know I'm an audio repairman, all right? Well, let's tell them that's retarded. But then I agreed. He said, you want to play New York City. You got to play by New York City's rules. So I did, started writing jokes about the subway, how I can't afford an apartment that I somehow feel entitled to, stuff like that. Yeah, why don't I live nicer, huh? Where's my slice of pie? People fucking love it. Yeah. And I'm doing that for the past 2 years. This Jack Dakota, kind of queer, I have to say, his own persona. His persona, I don't know why I play him that way. That don't matter. The point of the story is, I got sick of doing that, I got sick of being someone else. I wanted to be myself. I wanted to be Rusty. I wanted to be Rusty. I want to be Repairman again. That's who I am. Let's do that is what I said to myself. Let's do that. Let's do that. Thanks very much, y'all. That's all my time. I'm Rusty.